They told you the world was the battlefield. They told you that life was war, fought in the marketplace, in the economy, in the politics, in the noise. But they were wrong. The true battle starts in the silence. It begins in the unseen trenches of your own mind. Success, real, lasting, undeniable success, doesn't start in the world. It starts in you. Before Henry Ford revolutionized industry, he visualized a world that no one else could see. Before Edison lit the world, he sparked a flame of belief in himself that burned through 10,000 failures. Before Carnegie became the titan of steel, he forged his mindset into something stronger than any metal he would later command. The world didn't hand these men success. They built it from the inside out. They became it long before the world noticed. Because success is not an event. It's not a bank account. It's not a position. It's a state of mind. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. And what you are is determined by what you believe. If you carry the mind of a slave, no crown will stay on your head. But if you carry the mindset of a king, even in rags, you rule your reality. Look around. Most people are not living. They are reacting, chained to circumstance, waiting for the world to change before they do. But here's the truth. The world changes after you do. If you do not master your mind, the world will master it for you. It will tell you what to fear, what to chase, who to be. And little by little, you become a copy of someone else's expectations, not the architect of your own destiny. No fortune was ever built on borrowed dreams. No empire was ever born from imitation. You must think independently, live deliberately, move with vision, not reaction. And vision is not just what you see with your eyes. Vision is what you see with your faith, with your clarity, with your mind. Do not wait for proof. Do not wait for permission. The world will tell you you're not ready, that it's too soon. But the greats didn't wait until they had all the answers. They started with belief, and belief became the answer. Abraham Lincoln, born in a log cabin, no formal education, mocked, ridiculed, defeated time and time again. But in his mind, he saw a united nation before the blood was ever spilled, and he held that vision not just with hope, but with relentless, disciplined thought until the world caught up to it. Understand this. The world reflects your mind. If your thoughts are scattered, your life will be chaotic. If your thoughts are focused, your reality will sharpen. If you believe you're a victim, life will validate your wounds. If you believe you're a creator, life will reveal your power. Because the world does not respond to need, it responds to alignment. When your mind, your actions, and your energy are aligned with your vision, the world moves. Most people live from the outside in. They let circumstances define their identity. They say, once I have money, then I'll be confident. Once I get the job, then I'll be secure. Once I'm respected, then I'll be powerful. But the masters, the ones who shape history, they live from the inside out. They say, I'll walk like I'm worthy before I'm rewarded. I'll act like a leader before I'm followed. I'll live like I already own the vision because I do. That's not arrogance. That's alignment. It's the law of identity. You don't get what you want. You get what you believe you already are. So look at your results. They are not accidents. They are mirrors, reflections of who you believe yourself to be. Your income, a reflection of how you value your ideas. Your body, a reflection of your habits and standards. Your relationships, a reflection of how you treat yourself in silence. Your time, a reflection of what you truly think you're worth. This is not condemnation. This is liberation. Because the moment you realize your mind created this is the moment you realize your mind can create again. Burn this into your spirit. Success is not something you chase. It's something you become. And you become it by mastering the only thing the world can't take from you, your mindset. This is where clarity begins, because clarity is not about seeing every step ahead. It's about seeing the direction, the internal compass that says, this is where I'm meant to go, and I will walk that road even if I'm the only one who sees it. Clarity kills confusion. It kills comparison. It kills doubt. Because a man with a clear vision is more dangerous than an army with no purpose. You want success? Start with why. Not what you want, but why you want it. Not how much money, but what freedom it represents. Not how many followers, but what message you were born to deliver. Because once your purpose is clear, the how will come. Not easily, not instantly, but persistently. Most people never commit to clarity. They dabble, they try, they wait for guarantees. But clarity requires decision. You must decide what life you're building, or you'll drift into one you didn't choose. And if you drift long enough, your life becomes a reaction, a string of distractions disguised as destiny. Don't let the world write your story. Pick up the pen, set the vision, and decide. Because decision is the mother of freedom, and indecision is the root of all regret. Once the decision is made, the real battle begins. Not outside, not with the critics, not with the market, but within. Because decision without discipline is a daydream. And discipline without purpose is punishment. Discipline is not about grinding until you break. It's about building a bridge from where you are to where you must be. It's showing up when no one is watching. It's doing the work when your feelings beg you to quit. It's keeping the promise you made to yourself long after the mood has faded. The masses wait for motivation. But the greats, they build momentum. They know discipline is the real motivation. Because when you move, you believe. When you act, you remember who you are. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. He went bankrupt. He was fired, rejected, mocked. But the dream never died. He kept showing up, sketch after sketch, pitch after pitch, until what once lived only in his mind became a global empire of wonder, not because he had better tools, but because he had stronger discipline. Discipline is identity in motion. It is belief walking. It is the daily declaration that says, I know what I'm becoming, and I will not betray it. And once discipline meets action, momentum is born. Momentum is invisible at first, like seeds planted deep in the soil, but it grows, quietly, powerfully. And one day, the world sees the forest, but only you remember the roots. But discipline will test you. Life will test you. And when that storm comes, you will need something stronger than goals. You will need resilience. Resilience is not built in comfort. It's built in chaos. It's forged in the fire of rejection, failure, and delay. It is the muscle you develop every time you get knocked down and choose to stand taller. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times, but each failure was not a defeat. It was data. Each setback was not the end. It was a sharpening. He said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That's not positivity. That's power. The power to reframe pain into fuel, to see obstacles as training, not punishment. Resilience is a decision, a refusal to quit. It's the whisper in your soul that says, not yet, not today, I'm not done. It's knowing the storm is temporary, but your mission is eternal. Most will fold under pressure, but pressure does not break the worthy. It reveals them. So rise, not because it's easy, not because it's fair, but because your purpose demands it. And that purpose must be your foundation. Success that lasts is not built on trends. It's built on meaning, on why, on the fire that can't be bought, copied, or outsourced. Purpose is the compass in chaos. When the results don't come, when the critics scream, when the doubts creep in, purpose is what keeps you walking. Do you know what you're really fighting for? Is it legacy, freedom, impact, or is it just to prove the world wrong? Because when your why is strong, the how bends to your will. Purpose does not make the path easier, it makes it unbreakable. Because when you are aligned with something bigger than yourself, you stop quitting for small reasons. You stop giving up because it's hard. You stop folding because it's slow. You stop hiding because you're afraid. And instead, you build, you endure, you rise, with or without applause. Because purpose isn't about what the world thinks. It's about what you know in your bones. And the more you live in that purpose, the more magnetic you become. You stop chasing. You start attracting. People feel it. Opportunities feel it. Success feels it, because nothing is more attractive than a person who knows exactly who they are and why they move. But even purpose without gratitude can leave you empty. Gratitude is the emotional fuel that keeps the engine burning clean. It is the art of seeing abundance, even while building more. It is not complacency. It is clarity. It is knowing that every breath, every lesson, every chance to try again is a gift. When you live in gratitude, you amplify power, because you are no longer driven by what's missing, but by what's possible. You stop resenting the process. You start respecting the journey. You realize the struggle was not a detour. It was the curriculum. And you are the student. You are the warrior. You are the creator. You are not behind. You are becoming. You are not late. You are ripe. Everything you've walked through, every scar, every failure, every night you cried in silence, it was training for this moment, for this season. Because now you don't just have ambition, you have wisdom. You don't just have dreams, you have depth. And depth is what separates the loud from the lasting, the viral from the vital, the moment from the movement. This world doesn't need more noise. It needs you, fully you, not the masked version, not the edited version, but the raw, relentless, real version, the one who refuses to bow to fear, the version of you that understands. You are not here to compete. You are here to conquer, not others, but yourself, your limits, your distractions, your past story. The only comparison worth making is between who you were and who you could become. And when you live that way, when every day becomes a brick in the cathedral of your life, when you treat each sunrise as a sacred chance to build something eternal, then success becomes inevitable. Not overnight, but over time, over choices, over commitment, over courage. And that courage will be tested. You will be misunderstood. You will lose people. You will face moments where quitting seems reasonable. But you will not, because you've already decided. You've already declared that you are done shrinking, done doubting, done living in reverse. You are here for more, not more stuff, more significance, more impact, more truth. And your life will be your loudest message. So move, speak, building break cycles, rewrite stories. And most of all, don't wait for the world to validate your value. You already are the permission. You already are the proof. Now go live it. Narration ends. Fade to black. One line remains on screen. You are not waiting on destiny. Destiny is waiting on you.